Hi there. Today's notes will introduce a new topic. The focus of it will be unit rate. Please add section 47 titled Unit Rate to your table of contents in your composition notebook. Everything seen on the whiteboard, on this whiteboard and whiteboards to come, needs to also be recorded in your composition notebook. The first vocabulary word we're going to learn is rate. A rate is a ratio that compares two quantities measured in different units. An example of a rate would be 30 miles driven in 45 minutes. In this example, we're comparing the miles traveled to the time it has taken to travel those miles. The difference between a rate and a unit rate is that a unit rate is a rate with a denominator of 1. So in using the same example, 30 miles driven in 45 minutes, unit rate would ask the question, how many miles are driven per minute? Per, P-E-R, is often a word you will see when you're asked to find the unit rate. So if we are going to find how many miles are driven per minute, we can set up the following comparison of ratios. If 30 miles is driven in 45 minutes, how many miles are driven in 1 minute? Well, this is just a matter of finding equivalent values. In order to get from 45 to 1, we have to take the number 45 and divide it by itself. So 45 divided by 45 equals 1. We got that denominator of 1 that we needed for unit rate. Fraction rules say that if you divide the denominator by 45, you must also divide the numerator by 45. And 30 divided by 45. 30 divided by 45 gives you 0.6 repeating. So, if you are driving 30 miles in 45 minutes, you're driving approximately 0.66 miles per minute. So 0.66 miles per minute is your unit rate. Please turn to page 8 in your proportions booklet to answer the questions written there. And I'm glad you are watching this video because I just noticed as I open my proportions book that it's page 3 that we are going to be looking at, not page 8. So please make that change in your agenda. So on page 3, we're asked to find the unit rate for 12 items. And remember, we find that unit rate by making the denominator 1. So for example, in number 1, we have $1,000 for 40 Olympic tickets. So originally our ratio was going to look like this. 1,000 over 40. We want to make the denominator 1. To make the denominator 1, we have to divide 40 by 40. Fraction rules say whatever you do to the denominator, you must repeat with the numerator. And 1,000 divided by 40 is 25. So $1,000 is the cost for 40 Olympic tickets. $25 is the cost per ticket, or for one ticket. Let's look at number 2. 22 inches of rain in 4 hours. We want to find out how much per hour. So 22 inches in 4 hours. We're going to make that denominator 1 by dividing it by 4. And fraction rules say that whatever you do to the numerator, you must repeat with the denominator. So we're going to divide 22 by 4 as well. And we get a numerator of 5.5. So if 22 inches of rain fall in a span of 4 hours, 5.5 inches are falling per hour. So now I'd like you to continue working on page 3. Please make that adjustment. And we'll check these answers tomorrow in class.